Hey guys, here to talk not just basketball in the NBA Daily tonight on May 23rd, but also get into the Stanley Cup Playoffs a little bit. Obviously, last night we did see the Golden Knights take that 2-0 lead in the series against Colorado. I think that's very surprising. You know, Makar, obviously an impactful injury. I didn't think it would be this impactful. He just set up the offense from the point. He makes moves on the offensive side. He's a great defenseman. They've got a bunch of great defensemen, Devon Tays, but they've got others. But yeah, Makar has been the difference, I think, in this series. Maybe not. We'll see what happens tomorrow night when we get out to Vegas, and we'll see if Vegas continues the momentum. But in this last one, the Avalanche start off hot and heavy. Ross Colton scoring the first goal in the first period. That would stand until about midway through the third. Jack Eichel, one of the big guys for the Knights, scoring along with Mitch Martin and some others. But Eichel, the guy they brought in to win the Stanley Cup a couple years ago, he was effective. They got two from Barbashev. So the Knights up 2-0 in the Western Conference Finals, the Stanley Cup Playoffs. We'll see if that can continue. I think the Knights won't sweep the series. I think I'm talking out of turn here, but it'll be interesting to see if the Knights can take down this series and kind of have a magical run like they did in 2018 against the Caps, which they didn't finish. But we'll see what happens. Can they make it to the finals of the Stanley Cup? We'll see. Tonight, also in the NHL, we've got the Canadiens and the Hurricanes. Another surprising result there a couple nights ago. Canadiens beating the Hurricanes 6-2. Canadiens up 1-0 in these Eastern Conference Finals of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. Yeah, this has been a fantastic one as well. And of course, this one's super. They're both early, so you can't make. And with the Knights, you can say a little bit. With this one, you got to say, okay, maybe it's a situation where Carolina was a little rusty. They had been perfect in the playoffs coming into this last game. But tonight, we'll see. Back in Carolina, as the last one was, we'll see what the Carolina Hurricanes can do. We'll see if the Canadiens can keep up this momentum. We'll see what happens, and if we can get both conference finals in the Stanley Cup playoffs to a 2-0 underdog lead early on obviously on the opponent's ice. But that'll be intriguing. We'll see what happens. Also tonight, we've got the Knicks and the Cavs. We'll get to that in a second. I just wanted to recap the Spurs and the Thunder. Yeah, the Thunder, they're up 2-1 in this series now after winning in San Antonio last night on the 22nd. That was a 15-point victory, 123-108. We kind of went over a little bit of that pregame, but that video got delayed. So I just wanted to recap it, give some thoughts on that. We know this. Both teams are deep, but the Spurs' depth has been tested by injury over the course of the series. Obviously, they got Fox and Harper back last night. They both played. Fox going out. He went out. I don't know if he went out, but he showed signs of the ankle injury. I think he went out briefly. He obviously came back. After the game, he said, "I'm good to go. Everyone's hurt late in the playoffs. It happens. We'll see if he's back for Game 4 tomorrow night. But if he's not, we'll see what the Spurs can do. Even if he's there, we know that the Spurs are facing a tough Thunder team. And this Thunder team is really deep. They've outscored the Spurs. They outscored the Spurs in this last one by a wide margin. Spurs have not looked bad off the bench. The Thunder have just looked amazing. We talked a little bit about the fact that sorry about that. Jared McCain could give you points. Either he would shoot from three. He was awful from distance, 2 of 10. But he was effective from 2, putting in 24 over the course of the game. You know, he was amazing. We got Jalen Williams, J-Will, off the bench. He had 18, shooting very effectively from 3, 5 of 6, missing his only 2-pointer. So he only took 1-2, but he was effective. Obviously, the starters, you got Shea. Shea is amazing. Gets to the free throw line. I've mentioned this before, we can talk about his antics. There's a discussion I saw. He has the most percentage of plays hitting the floor after the play finishes. It happens on fouls. It's very high on non-fouls as well. So obviously, he's looking, we know this, he's looking to draw contact, he's looking to show that he's been fouled. It's kind of crazy. He's a great player though. He got to the line 12 times, made all 12 of them. Can Chet Holmgren, and they don't need it, they've got such a deep team, but can Chet Holmgren really bring his A game in Game 4? Or will he kind of just be content to be there? And obviously he's facing off against Wemby for the most part and others, but you know, when you got Wemby there in the middle, it's not easy to do this, even as whatever it is, 7-footer. You know, Chet's an amazing player, but he's facing the best in the world. Well, the best center in the world, maybe the best player in the world. But you know, we've seen the Thunder can be effective without him being particularly great. He only had 3 rebounds, 14 points. He shot it effectively, 5 of 7. But 14 points is not a lot for your second fiddle. He was not the second leading scorer. That was Jared McCain. And of course, Caruso, again, shooting lights out from three, going 4 of 6. That's some volume. He had more in game 1, but 29% in the regular season, under 30% in the regular season. He's been very effective in these playoffs with the Spurs. They're going to have to get more out of some of their supporting cast. It's been tough. Castle only with 14, only shooting 1 of 8 from the field. Nothing from Harrison Barnes. Of course, he's kind of a fill-in. He just plays once in a while. Keldon Johnson, 6th man of the year, only 5 points on 1 of 5 shooting. Carter Bryant was in there for 10 minutes. He had 3 points. Luke Cornett obviously spells Wembanyama. He's not there to get you a lot of points. He had 2 rebounds, 1 offensively, 1 defensively. And Dylan Harper shooting only 2 of 7 from the field. Fox also was better in terms of than Harper. He shot 50%. They poured in 15. But let's get to the main event tonight. We've got the Knicks. We've got the Cavs. This series is currently 2-0 Knicks. I know Knicks fans are super excited. One note on that: the police in New York for tonight, for the games going forward, have denied, at least for the next game in New York, have denied MSG and the Knicks the permit for the watch parties, which have been happening outside the Garden, which have been raucous fun, but they've also caused some problems in terms of fights and rowdiness. So that's not going to happen in the next game. We'll see what happens with that going forward. There is discussion about trying to rehash or reintroduce the run at Central Park in terms of a watch party there. They won't be as raucous because it won't be right there at the Garden. They'll be a little bit different. You won't have the mingling between the fans that are at the game and the fans that are at the watch party afterwards. But it's disappointing. And one Knicks fan basically weighed in saying he's disappointed that it's not happening. It's a bummer. The Knicks have looked very good in this series. They've gotten contributions from all over, varied and very good. You know, obviously Brunson's the man. He was not the man shooting in the last game, but he had a bunch of assists, 14. The man shooting in the last game was Josh Hart with 26, going 5-11 from 3, 10-21 from the field in general. 13 boards for Karl-Anthony Towns. Robinson, not effective at all. Let's see what he does. There weren't that many offensive rebounds in this game for the Knicks. They got most of those from Miles McBride, who had a supporting role in this game. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Can the Cavaliers, can Donovan Mitchell and James Harden revert to the form they showed in the first 3 quarters of the first game? Or will they kind of play the way they played over the last game and the game before overtime in the fourth quarter, last 7.5 minutes of the fourth quarter? They were not awful in this game. They didn't shoot the ball very well, either one of them. But they did pour in 26 and 18 respectively, Mitchell and Harden. They weren't assist makers. They only had 3 assists total between the two of them. We'll see if Harden will be efficient. That's a hard call for him, a hard play, a hard desire from him in the playoffs. That's something he hasn't been for the most part. He had more baskets than turnovers in this game. He didn't have any turnovers in the last game. But yeah, well, it didn't look like the Cavs were psychologically defeated at the beginning of this game. They put up a fight, but they did lose. We'll see what it looks like going back to Cleveland tonight. There's Knicks and Cavs coming up in about an hour and a half from the time this airs. It's recorded earlier. I'm going out tonight. I will see you guys later after the game, hopefully. But I will definitely try and keep you updated on my thoughts on this game. I know we've got a lot of New York followers. You guys will be watching. I'll be watching too from where I am. And I'll be home for the second half. Enjoy the game, and we'll see what happens between these Knicks and Cavs. Again, I think the Knicks can win this series pretty handily. Can the Cavs get 1? Can they get 2? Will they take 2 at home? What will happen? And then will the Knicks close this out in 4, 5, 6? Or will the Cavs make it a series? Will the Cavs? Again, I think the Knicks will win. It's possible the Cavs can win, but I think the Knicks will win this series. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. We'll see. It's all dependent on Harden and Mitchell. They're the 2 guys for Cleveland. And I think Atkinson said, brought in Harden to win a championship. Well, here's your chance. You're in the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll see. Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and even TikTok. Search With Sports Rob. If you find us on TikTok, I'll find you to be very adventurous and very curious. I would appreciate that. I don't think you will. There's not very many followers there. You can also find us at our website, withsportsrob.studio, and the email address for any tips, discussion, thoughts, or any desires to come on and have your thoughts heard on one of these hits or on a podcast in general is info@withsportsrob.studio. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the games tonight. We'll see ya.